Hi, y'all. It's Cat's Oracle Shop, here for another discussion of love and light. Today, I want to talk about disruption and the disruptor. What is the disruptor in society, right? It's the person who is the most authentic, saying the most outlandish things. Usually, people find it very uncomfortable to be around them because disruption is an uncomfortable feeling. We're so used to really trying to be in equilibrium, and that goes from everything from in our inner feelings, right? We don't like those feelings of disruption. We don't like being put in a situation that makes us feel uncomfortable because we want to be as comfortable and complacent as possible because we have been trained through society, social norms, and through the way society has built us, because we're all dependent upon one another, right? We have to follow the people who are there to take care of us, because if we're vulnerable and we step out of line, then as an outcast, you are not fed, you are not housed. But what if I propose this? That disruptor, that disruption is the best thing for you in your life. Because I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot of courage to do things nobody else is doing. It takes courage to talk about the things nobody else is talking about. As an astrologer, we can see that in your chart through the asteroid called Eris. Mine happens to be in the 11th house, which is the house of community. That means in my general group, if you will, right, of my peers, right, I am the one who's just really fucking weird, says what I feel and feels what I say, right? And it's really important that we look at this in all of our scope of our society, because you always have a disruptor in the family. They're the ones that are really breaking out of the mold to give everyone else the freedom to be authentic. Because if we're just doing the status quo, where's the growth? We have to be uncomfortable to look at the way we are currently living to make sure that we are in alignment with our highest version of ourselves. That said, take a look at the people who are in your life. Who are the ones that are disrupting your comfort zone? Those triggers, that those people that make you feel awkward, those people who challenge you on every aspect of yourself. And I'm speaking from experience. Those people who trigger you the most are your greatest gifts. Those people who challenge you to look at life a little bit differently through a different lens are our greatest gift. The people who buck the status quo, that have the nerve, the gall, the fucking audacity to beat their own drum and have no fucks given, right? Because it truly takes courage to be 100% authentic. I say to you this as somebody who has been that disruptor my whole life. And I used to really be scared about that. And now, at 51 and a half, I'm excited to say I'm leaning in. I'm fucking leaning in 120%, because clearly I was built this way. Every single person is exactly who they're supposed to be at exactly the right time. We all need to be a little bit of saint, and we all need to be a little bit of sinner. That saint and sinner duality creates that balance, right? Because if that saint had never sinned, they would never ever have the complexity that comes with understanding why integrity and dignity truly are our greatest gifts. It's not about money. It's not about fucking social status. It's about love. And light can only be seen when it's dark. If the sun's up, we don't need to turn the lights on. But you surround yourself with a bunch of people who have dark hurt in their heart, and you turn that fucking light on, the moths come. And it's a beautiful thing to be that disruptor. Is it uncomfortable? Fuck yeah. But guess what? Life's meant to be uncomfortable. If we just did the status quo, we're not robots, right? Our planet follows universal laws. Universal laws dictate that we're always trying to find some sort of balance. Whenever society, whenever our planet gets out of balance, there's a huge shift, and it's really fucking uncomfortable. Kind of like what we're seeing now. So we're getting ready to move into a election, right? Which is a joke, because figure out about the Electoral College, where you live with the Electoral College. And I want to ask you to remember one thing. Our government is supposed to be here to work for us, we the people. Why are we letting them, the dictators, fucking rule us? It's the madman. The mental patients are running the asylum. Think about that. We need the disruption in our life so that we have that mirror to see how we're living. And do we have that heart, brain coherence with the way we're living? This world we're living in is very magical. Things are not what they seem. And if we don't think for ourselves and we don't have critical questions answered, right? If you're not allowed to voice your opinion or ask why, that's not a way to live. We should be able to question everything and everybody. That teacher, I do tutoring, and I love that I can learn just as much from my students as they can from me. We need to be able to ask hard questions. You need to be able to ask the people who are in charge, why the fuck are you doing that? Who is paying you to make these laws, for example? Because I have to say, working in the medical field for 19 years, there's some shenanigans. As the kids say today, it's sus, right? Because they're just shoving everybody with medications. Pharmaceutical companies are making fucking record profits. Those doctors are not. I work in the billing side. And let me tell you, the shenanigans that the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies, it's fucking beyond, it's mind-blowing. And they're only allowed to do that because our government has allowed them. So I ask you, when you feel that something's off, ask yourself why, right? Be the disruptor. No, there's a different way to live. And it's not this plastic world that we've been taught to fucking live in. Maybe that disruptor has something we can all learn from. So be the disruptor. I hope this makes sense. I don't know. I just was winging it. Have a beautiful day. I fucking love you, man. Peace out, boy, Girl Scout.